Hello, and welcome to part two of episode one of Exalted Podcast. I'm your host, Nathan Ortega, and we're going straight into the fluff of Solar Exalted. The Solar Exalted are reincarnated solars from the First Age that were imprisoned in the Jade Prison that was somehow destroyed. We do not know that as of yet. Later, some of the other supplements, they do explain how it happens, but I'm not going to go into that. You are chosen of the sun. You are one of five castes. You are Dawn, Twilight, Zenith, Night, and Eclipse castes. Each have their own order of things. As Dawn caste are warriors and leaders. As Zenith caste are priests and holy men. Twilight caste are the sorcerers and wizards of the sun, and the Night caste are the assassins and rogues, and the Eclipse are the mediators, ambassadors, and free thinkers of the sun. These put you in certain categories of more of what your skills will be like later on, but you can pretty much choose to be a solar wielding badass bowman, a night cast diplomacy, a twilight cast holy man, a zenith cast wizard of destruction, and so on and so forth. Um, One of your main concepts is you can be a dawn cast warrior, which is you're skilled in it's like the seventh time doing this. You're skilled in warfare, martial arts, weaponry, archery. Mainly those are your proficiencies, what you'll be good at. On top of you can choose whatever else skills you want. We'll get into that later when I go into the rules and core rule systems on another episode. Right now we're going to go about concept and character and the fluff of Solar Exalted. One of the characters was exalted at the age of 50 something. After leaving his people in the frozen north to go off and die, the sun chose him on his deathbed that he was ready and willing to be exalted, and he exalted him. Upon his exaltation, he felt invigorated, went back to his people, and went on leading them again into a giant horde of tribes that they decided to go attack the rest of the world. That ended badly when he met another Solar Exalted, who basically kicked his ass in a one-on-one combat. You can be an old man to a young child who's chosen by the sun to be exalted. Some of the character concepts you have are if you chose to be a warlock of a demon worshipping clan and you decided at the last moment you didn't want to sacrifice that living victim, and something came over you and you exalted, and the rest of your clan tried to kill you. The rest of the cult tried to kill you. Upon that, you killed all of them, all of them, all of them that attacked you and got out. Not all of them died, but the ones that are left want to kill you, and probably are going to send assassins after you to kill you. This is a concept of a character for a solar. Let's say you're a Twilight cast solar who has a really big bastard sword and likes to cast lots and lots of spells. On top of, you can be a solar who likes using bow and arrow. What else to go into? Now, more concepts are you were betrayed by your friend, and upon that betrayal, you exalted. These are all little concepts I'm throwing out there. You'll have to bear with me. This is the fifth or sixth time I've done this video, and for some reason, YouTube did not want to load those up, so I'm having to do this off the fly again. And there's a long pause for Mark. All right. You were a solar exalted in the first stage of the great glorious first stage. The first stage is when you were exalted by the gods to defeat the primordials. The primordials created the gods, and the gods were told that you can do whatever you want as long as you do your job of watching over creation. And we're going to go off and play games, but you must never go against us ever. The gods swore to this allegiance. The gods, after hundreds of years, got really, really tired of doing all the work and not getting any of the praise. So they decided to group together and talk about creating the Exalted. The sun, being the most powerful and leader of them, chose to make the Solar Exalted, the leaders and champions of the people, and all the other Exalted types. Then came the five maidens, the Lunars, the Dragon's Blood, and the God's Blood after that, which were bred. But we'll get into that later. You were chosen. You were told that You were going to be fighting primordial beings, beings of basically the beings that created everyone. And you were tired of, the gods were tired of this. Man, I'm not explaining this well. You were tired of this. I'm going to leave that there and go into it later. I'm going to have better notes. This is part two. Hope you like it.